Good morning, good morning. I am just waking up. As you can see, I'm looking very tired. I am making me some tea. I'm just pouring a bottle of water in my kettle because I don't like using the tap water on this side of the apartment complex. The dishwasher is broken as well, and it just has a funky smell, so I don't use it. I am just putting away this air fryer, getting it out of my way, and then I am going to make my tea. I think that morning I just had green tea. I have green tea and peppermint tea. I will say I put way too much honey in my tea this time. It was very sweet, but I did ended up putting another bag in there, but it was still really sweet. So this morning I am just experimenting with my sourdough. It's really bubbly and active, so I'm just making some things with it just to get it going, making sure it's nice and healthy. I've been loving the recipes I've been using from Farmhouse on Boone. I just go to her website and I've just been trying a bunch of recipes, just playing and experimenting with my sourdough starter. My sourdough starter is very young. I started it on December 1st. But here I am just spreading out and cutting my dough. I am making the homemade Pop-Tarts from her website. You can use any jam filling that you have on hand. I have like a mixed berry jam that I use for mine. I'm using the little dough scraper to cut them into pieces. I ended up with 7 Pop-Tarts. They were really good. They were not even, but I am a beginner. They were tasty though. So after you cut your dough into squares or rectangles, you just fill it with the jelly, and then you want to place the other dough on top, and you use your fork to close the ends. You butter the top, and then you just bake it in the oven. I was having some trouble with the fork here. I think my dough is just getting a little bit too soft from working with it. It's almost like making dough for biscuits, where you have to cut up or cube the butter and work it into the flour and stuff. I found a little trick on another YouTube video where you could use your blender, and it works really well. I used that tip when I made my pie crust, my pie dough, and it worked really well. But I wanted to try it by hand this time, and at first I thought it wasn't going to work out just because The butter was still kind of like clumpy in there, as you could see. But as I worked with the dough, it got better, and it came out really well. It was nice and flaky and buttery. While my Pop-Tarts are in the oven, I am going to get to making, shaping this dough for some sandwich bread. This is a sourdough sandwich bread, and I made a mistake because I had it in the oven with the light on overnight for the rise, and this morning I went to go preheat the oven for the Pop-Tarts, and I totally forgot about my bread dough being in there. I did rescue it. It did not bake, but I think I killed the yeast in it, because once I put it in the pans for the second rise, it did not rise all the way to the top. So we're not using the bread for sandwiches. We're just like using it as toast to go on a side of the meals that we have throughout the week, for like breakfast or whatever I make. This recipe did make 2 loaves, so I have 2 loaves. I put the other loaf in the freezer, and we are halfway through the first loaf. It tastes really, really, really good. Like, you can definitely taste the sourness from the sourdough. I took it to my grandparents' house to bake it, because after I dropped off my husband, it was the weekend. After I dropped off my husband, I just went to my grandmother's house with my son, and I baked it over there in their oven. The bread turned out really, really good. My grandmother tasted it first. She had it as like a little snack. It was almost like 12 o'clock when it came out the oven, so that was like her little snack with her coffee, and she liked it. But I forgot to tell her that it was sourdough. So she was like, "Why does it taste like that?" I was like, "It's sourdough. It's gonna have a different taste, and plus it's homemade." Cause she doesn't make her bread from scratch. They do store-bought bread, but she does bake biscuits and stuff like that. Her biscuits are really, really good, and I really need to get the recipe from her. I keep forgetting to ask her, but her biscuits are really good. While everything is baking and setting, I'm just cleaning off my counters and stove, and also washed the dishes that needed to be washed. By the time I was done, My Pop-Tarts were done. And it was just in time because my son ran out the room and said, "Mommy, I'm hungry." So yeah, I got those out. These are my little Christmas plates that I thrifted, I think from Goodwill. I do have my dining table set for Christmas, like the Christmas plates and the mugs that I thrifted from the community thrift store. And then I got those candlestick holders from my husband. Like whenever they have damaged items in the store that he works at, they let their employees take it home. So he brought those home for me. And then I got the candlesticks from Target for $10. I just have to get batteries for it. But yeah, that's my little, I guess, tablescape, or my little setting for Christmas. I'm just putting our food and on the table and our milk on the table. I am checking to see if it's too warm for my son, and it is. So I put it in the freezer for a little bit before we ate. Y'all, this Pop-Tart was really good, and it was really filling, more filling than I thought it was. I only ate one and had that cup of milk, and I was good. I was way too hungry. We were both way too hungry for me to make the icing. So yeah. Now on to my son's little segment. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi, my name is Camden. This is our house. When Mommy comes in my room to play, I always want my mommy to play with all my toys, and my mommy always takes me for a walk with my scooter. And I always do lots of fun things. Like, I always clean up when my room is messy. And when my room is always cleaned up, it means I can watch TV and do all kinds of fun stuff because Mommy is the best. Mommy is the best because she loves me, and I'm the kid. This is the baby named Alice, and this is my mom, and this is me, because my name is Camden, and that's my name. When I go to school, I always say hi to my friends because they're my friends. Because my friends be nice. And my friends and when my friends don't listen, the teacher, someone tells on the teacher. And when I'm being good, I get to do so many good things. Like